If you get tied up with a rope, tense your muscles and inhale a lot of air into your lungs. This will make your body take up more space, and you will be able to escape easily. If you're lost in the middle of the ocean, look for a mirror or a metal object. You can use them to reflect sunlight and signal for help. If you're in a public bathroom and there's no toilet paper, run to a store and ask for gift wrapping. You'll spend a lot of money, but you won't run out of toilet paper. If a dog attacks you, throw your backpack or jacket on the ground. This will distract the dog and give you time to escape. If a killer comes into your house, turn off the lights and put pillows in the bed. The killer will think you are sleeping and you can catch him. If people bully you and always steal your food, put laxatives in the food, they will have bad diarrhea and won't steal from you again. If you travel to a country you don't know, never take a taxi at the airport. They're professional scammers and will steal all your money. If you're an idiot and get lost in a dangerous neighborhood, don't turn around, walk in a straight line. If you turn back, criminals will think you don't live there and they will kill you. If you're an idiot and put forks or spoons in the microwave, get out of there as fast as you can. If the waves touch the metal, your whole house will explode. If you're an idiot and fall asleep on the bus, hug your backpack while you sleep. Thieves won't be able to steal from you. If you're walking down the street and a thief tries to rob you, play crazy and shout words in Chinese really loud. If the thief thinks you're crazy, he'll get very, very scared. If you wake up and your mouth is full of drool, throw your toothpaste in the trash. Your toothpaste has too much fluoride and it burned your throat. If you walk into your house and thieves are stealing, lock the door and burn the house. If the thieves get away, the police will only have to look for suspects with burns on their skin. If you break a beehive, try whistling really loud. They'll think you're their friend and won't sting you. If you're lost underwater and don't know where the surface is, release a bit of air and follow the bubbles. They'll rise and guide you to the surface. If you're about to sleep, keep your car keys near your bed. If a thief breaks into your home, press your car alarm and they'll run away. If you're trapped in a car, remove the headrest and use the metal rods to break the corner of the window. That's the weakest part, and you'll be able to break it. If a thief breaks into your home, start telling them your sad life story. The thief will get bored and leave you alone. If you're getting bullied, punch the leader. You'll probably get beaten up, but they'll think you're very brave and they'll respect you. If you're really ugly and have a date, don't look her in the eyes. She'll realize how ugly you are and reject you. If you have an exam but didn't study, don't drink coffee or energy drinks. You'll stay awake all night and fall asleep during the test. If you see a lot of dogs with backpacks, don't get close and get out of there fast. They're bomb dogs used by terrorists to kill police officers. If you see little white balls in your bed, grab a bucket of water and soak everything. They're spider eggs about to hatch and they'll drown with the water. A 2-year-old girl was playing unsupervised on the window of a second-story building while the mother was on the phone chatting with her friends without paying attention. The girl was playing on the window edge when she suddenly slipped, falling straight towards the street. A man walking nearby saw the scene and ran to save her from the fall, but the building had a deep ledge, making the rescue impossible. But a stray cat witnessed the fall from the ledge and instinctively jumped, changing the trajectory of the fall, causing the girl and the cat to land safely in the man's arms. The police arrested the mother for child neglect, and the man adopted the cat after they were honored. The weirdest allergies in the world. This girl is allergic to his dad. She can't stand getting near him or even touch him. That's because his dad smokes a lot, and she's allergic to the nicotine in his sweat. Now, Olivia Brown is allergic to shoes. In 2010, she got a new pair of cowboy boots for her birthday, but by night, her feet were covered in blisters and discovered she was allergic to real leather. So now she hates boots and uses regular shoes. Finally, one rainy day, this man was getting back from work when he started swelling and discovered he's allergic to the polluted rain in the city. Now he must go everywhere with a raincoat and umbrella. Celebrities who eat super weird things. Selena Gomez likes to eat pickles with chocolate and peanut butter. That should be a crime. Dua Lipa says the best food is vanilla ice cream with olive oil and salt. Kylie Jenner's favorite food is pepperoni pizza with pineapple. Life sentence. Chelsea Peretti eats cake like this, leaving the best part outside. Finally, Queen Elizabeth ate bananas with a fork and knife. How fancy. If a snake eats you, your bones would get crushed while it swallows you. Then you'd get pushed hard through its long throat, going down its esophagus until you reach its tight stomach, full of digestive acids. And these acids would quickly start to melt down your whole body. But even if somehow you stayed awake until this point, the lack of oxygen inside the snake will make you suffocate instantly. If only one kid was left on Earth, they would run tests on him to try to understand why he didn't disappear like everyone else. Days later, he would go back home and find piles of toys, because big toy stores would gift them to him for being the only kid. He would be very happy, but only for a short time, because he'd have no one to play with. Soon he would burn all of his toys. He would feel lonely and empty. Growing up with adults, he'd want grown-up toys like cars, houses, substances, and love. He would need a lot of money, so he would work a lot and spend all his fortune researching how people could have children children again. He would only want power because he'd feel different from everyone else for being the only kid in the world. When he's older, maybe he would bring the children back. He wouldn't just have saved humanity, he would have saved himself too, because he'd finally have a kid to play with and he could die in peace. What is that? The guy has his head separated from his body. How? Oh, okay. It's a person who doesn't have a leg on the stairs. What? Kid, I don't think you can pee there. Got it? Sorry. 4 regular eggs and okay, bald guy. Aw, the doggy. Sir, don't kick the bag. It was a bag. There's a bug in the tree. Holy sh**. Why bus seats have such a weird design? Sitting on public transport seats may seem harmless, but actually these bright, colorful patterns help hide all the dirt that builds up. This way the seats look cleaner and they spend less money cleaning them. The coolest tattoos. A man had an accident and lost a toe, so he decided to tattoo a gravestone to honor it. This person had 2 toes stuck together, and after they got separated, he got a tattoo to remember it. This girl decided to embrace her unibrow in the best way possible. Another one had a lot of hair on her arm and got this tattoo to make the most of it. A man got so tired of cutting his hair all the time, so he decided to shave his head and tattooed a super realistic hairstyle. Another man lost an arm, but he still wanted to give a thumbs up, so he got one tattooed. And this idea to cover a scar is also really clever. Jordan. The Spider-Man tattoo looks so real that people have probably slapped it thinking it was a real spider. Gross! The most expensive colors in the world. In India, they mix cow urine with certain herbs to create a bright yellow dye, which is often reserved for wealthy families or wedding gifts. In Mexico, there's an insect called woodlouse, from which they extract different shades of red, depending on how long it's cooked before being crushed. There's a type of black so intense that it was once made by burning elephant ivory until it turned into charcoal. To obtain natural purple dye, people collected mucus from sea snails, and only emperors were allowed to wear it because it took around 10,000 snails to dye just one cloak. In the 18th century, green was extremely expensive to produce because it was made by soaking pieces of copper in vinegar and waiting for them to rot. Worst gender reveal failed. The plan was for the dad to hit the little ball and the color powder would come out, but he missed and the ball went right to the mom's face. Their idea was to cut the cake with the glasses to see the color inside the cake. The problem was that the dad broke the glass and he got a big cut on his hand. He wanted a boy and he ended up with 5 stitches on his hand. The dad of this baby was a boxer, and the idea was that his punch would release pink or blue powder, but his strength wasn't enough, and he started hitting his pregnant wife harder and harder. This woman fired the cannon at the grandma. Instead of aiming up, it's a boy, and these parents did the same with their girl. How about we stop using these kinds of cannons? What do you think? The worst kids playing hide and seek. How do I explain that we can still see their body, even if they cover their face? The box is see-through, poor kid. This one was the best so far, but I think it didn't work very well either. Same mistake, but at least he tried. I get his logic, he just needed to lie down. Hiding score, 2. Creativity score, 11. This one's pretty good, except you can see his foot and hand. I felt bad for this one, because if it weren't for the mirror, it would be a perfect hiding spot. Same thing with this one. The shadow gives everything away. I mean, that curtain is translucent.